What's up everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be playing Koma, Cosmos Serpent in Historic Brawl. Koma is a 7 mana Simic commander, so 3 generic, double Simic. It's a 6/6 and it can't be countered, which is pretty cool. At the beginning of each upkeep, create a 3/3 blue Serpent creature token named Koma's Coil. You can see it there on the right. And then you can do a couple things with the creatures that you create with this commander. So you can tap target permanent. Its activated abilities can't be activated this turn if you sacrifice one of these Koma coils, or you can make Koma indestructible if you sacrifice one of them. We're gonna tend to be using the indestructible ability more often than anything, but the tap thing does come up sometimes. And the way we're going to get there is just Simic value engine stuff. This is a slightly controlling version of Simic. Sort of, if you watch the Uro video I did a couple videos back, it's similar to that, where we have lots of counter spells and just kind of like Simic good stuff. You know, creatures that have flash that counter, like Voracious Greatshark. I can't talk. As well as just like green and blue good stuff like Questing Beast and, you know, Wilderness Reclamation, keep our lands up so that we can have all of our interaction up every turn. And, you know, one of my favorites, Kiora, Best of Sea God, really fun blue saga, as well as just, you know, returning all their stuff to their hand, taking extra turns, making a bunch of creatures, you know, typical Simic stuff. So let's see if we can make this work. The goal of the deck is to basically survive until we get to Koma mana, and we have a way to protect Koma, like with Tamiyo Safekeeping or something. Although Koma kind of protects itself. And we slam Koma, it can't be countered. It's on the battlefield, we make the opponent sort of deal with that, as well as all of our other Simic stuff. So let's see if we can get some wins. If you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing. Let's go offline. Posting a lot of Historic Brawl content. If you like that sort of stuff, hit that subscribe button. Simic matchup, I guess. We have green if we count this. So they're going to want to ramp a bunch to trigger Tatyova. Does this hand get through that? We have a counter spell, but we have to hope they don't have extra mana, which is definitely a roll the dice with this deck. They could have extra mana when they play Tatyova. We have a way to draw into more stuff. They get to go first. I think we have to keep this hand because there's 2 ways to ramp in it. And we need to keep up with their ramping. I might even just play this as a land. It almost seems futile to keep it. We'll see. Since I drew this, I think I'll play it because it taps. It has to come into play tapped, but it taps for both our colors. Yep, they're doing the ramp thing. They could play a land next turn and play Tatyova, so let's try it. If we don't get that that opportunity, we can Growth Spiral. Yeah, we can. That's definitely a target. Slows them down. Tranquil Thicket. pay the 3 life. We can keep up Brainstorm and Growth Spiral. We can Brainstorm and try to find a counter spell. And if we can't, then we can just Growth Spiral and play Tranquil Thicket, which has to come into play tapped anyway. We're definitely far away from this. Are they going to attack? Weird. Because now they can't play Tatiova. Okay, well, maybe they have counter magic. Let's find out. Nope, no response. That's a good card. We will put you back. And you back. Like this. And then we will Growth Spiral. Play you, because you have to come into play tapped. Like that. This is going to be really hard for them to deal with. So let's just get it down. Now we've basically told them that they're safe to play their commander here, but for some reason they haven't played their commander yet. Not really sure why. Okay, well we can play Koma. I mean, they don't have any interaction, so why not? And we have now this is online. Now there's Simic as well, so they're not going to have a lot of destroy effects, if any. So Koma can still be bounced to our hand. Witness Protection. Yep, that's another way to do it. But it still is legendary, I think. So we can return this to their hand. Yep. It's still legendary. We're going to play their commander and not attack. Now these cost 0, which is pretty good. What is this? Oh, I see. You can pay. Okay, so scry to draw a card. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, we don't have enough. We don't have enough to do. Oh no, we do. Because I forgot we had Mind Stone. So let's do this and kick it. Scry to draw a card. Yeah, let's do it like that. Target player. Target permanent. We can counter it when it comes back. Okay. Yep. They didn't have a bad board either, but they just they didn't want to deal with the extra turn. So we won the Simic matchup. That's something to be proud of. Let's see who we get next. another Simic matchup, Emodi. I think this one will be even harder. They get to go first too. This is probably too slow. We don't have blue mana. So let's mulligan. We have both of our mana sources, a way to bounce their Emodi, and counter their Emodi. I think we keep this. Two or more. Okay. Do it like that. Try to hold on to this as an actual spell, but we'll see. This is going to be a green source. And I think we have to Guardian Idol here, keep up on mana. Okay. That's a fun one. This is now online. We could let them Emodi and then bounce everything back to their hand. And get this cooking. Or we could just counter it. And make it cost more. Let's try countering it. I don't know what the right answer is, but because it's still gonna get a cascade trigger. Resolve. We want to see what it cascades into. Narset. Narset. Do we care? We're just gonna bounce it back anyway. We definitely don't want Emodi on the battlefield.
If you wish to surrender now, I understand.
They have 1 mana. Do they have a Spell Pierce? No. Forest Cycle. Okay. We could do this on end step, so why don't we just wait?
Keep an open mind.
Okay. Maybe we save it then? Because of the... That's a win con. Bouncing the creature doesn't do anything. Well, no, it does, because they can't play Emodi again. So yeah, let's bounce that. Yep. My turn. We can attack down their Narset too. We can take a turn doing that. Right? We could... No. We could... do this. Midnight Clock. Guardian Idol. Now it does keep us from drawing extra cards, so we can't cast Seagate Restoration until this is gone. They're going to destroy my Midnight Clock. Makes sense. Let's get this down. And pass. Let's let them deploy their whole hand, then Rivers Rebuke them. It does suck because we reset in our set, but... Yep. Resolve. Archmage's Charm? What does that do? Gain control of target non-land permanent value 1 or less. Okay. So neither of these. Mm-hmm. Resolve. I'm gonna get in for 6. Nope. They're not gonna attack? Weird. Because I can block with my 2/2? Strange. Okay. Enters tapped. Do we want to bounce this? Because it can blow up our As Foretold. I don't think so. I think we wait. Could have played this and put Koma down. That probably would have been better last turn. Okay, Kiora. I think that might have been a mistake. Because then the Rivers Rebuke would have been extra good. What does this do? It's just a 6/5. Interesting. It's a good popper card. Okay. Untap that. Play Reason. I've never seen this card before. Huh. How did I not know about this card? Scry 3. Kind of sucks that it's a sorcery, though. Oh, I have seen this card. Never mind. Okay, that makes more sense. It just confused me because it wasn't showing both sides. No attacks? What? My turn. Okay, so now this is 0 mana. Once each turn. So I can do this on my opponent's turn. So if I tap these correctly... Nope, because we don't have blue mana. And pass. I think they're going to be tempted to play Narset. So that's what we can get with this. It has to be a non-creature. They could just play Emodi again, but then that's their whole turn. Do we care about this? This is card draw. They can't play Emodi again. But we give them 2 treasures. 1, 2... Yep, they could. We don't care about this as much as Narset. Yep, so they're going to untap the permanent.
Let's get moving.
Now they have 5, and they're going to play Emodi. Okay. They would have been able to play Emodi either way, and we would have lost our counterspell. That's a creature. We can't get that. What does this thing do? Just adds mana. Okay. They're gonna have to discard the hand size. Let's see what they discard. Oh, they got rid of Narset. Nice. Uh-huh. Okay. Huh? Better than them having it. Let's get more blue mana, because at this point in the game, that's what we care about. We definitely got to do this. We're going to get something big here. Yep. I mean, that definitely sucks, but it's better than them stealing our Koma. Yep, those are two good spells. I would still say they're not as good as them stealing our Koma. But we are definitely probably losing this game. I love mass manipulation. It's just hard to put in every deck I want to put it in. You have to have like a big mana deck. It's a little greedy in this deck, but it works. They were able to do it, so. Props to them. Yeah, they're gonna untap a land, and they can untap another land with Nissa. They want to turn it into a creature. It's probably safe against us. We're a Simic. We don't have a way of destroying creatures. We are empty-handed too, so they can do whatever they want. They have 5 mana. They can make... Actually, they have more than that, because Nissa doubles Forest, so they have 6, 7, 8 mana. They should probably blow this up with that creature, but that's up to them to figure out. Tap target creature, they don't untap. Okay. So, commence the beatdown. Uh-huh.
Harness the elements.
Would you like to attack? Okay, they play the backside. Gotcha. So they're gonna turn my commander into a 2/2. Uh-huh. Seems pretty good. We'll see what we draw. That's pretty lame. We'll just scoop it up. Good job, opponent. You out-Simicked us. So we won a Simic matchup and we lost a Simic matchup. To be fair though, Emodi's probably the best Simic deck in the format. See who we get next. Hopefully not a Simic deck. Just for some variety. Nicol Bolas. I feel like every time I record, I play a Nicol Bolas deck. Okay, so we actually set up pretty good. Like, our deck is set up pretty good against this type of deck. We already have a counter spell. We have And they get to go first too, which is annoying. I think this is the 4 mana one that flips. Yeah. 2 or more lands. So these are both tapped. But we can surveil. Oh man. This is a risky hand to keep. It's good if we get another land. So we will begrudgingly take it. They're already annoyed and the game hasn't started. Okay. Well, we're just gonna mute you because I don't wanna let you tilt me. You wanna live in a negative headspace, that's your call. That's good. Because we can, if we get into a bind, we can do that on Nicol Bolas. So let's play you, and we can do this on our turn. Or I'm sorry, on their turn, that's what I meant. We'll put a stop just in case. What did they discard? They discarded 2 Planeswalkers. That's a little scary. Like, do they have Planeswalker reanimation? Okay. It's technically a land. But it's a tapped land. I guess we can't be picky, right? And we might draw another land, so let's just take it.
Happy to help.
What do we discard here?
We all have things we'd rather forget.
What do we discard? Probably you. It's just gonna get -2 by Liliana. My turn? I mean, I'm not gonna complain. I would rather have had a land, but if they want to minus with Liliana, fine. It's not a big deal. Corpse Appraiser.
Sacrifices must be made.
Yeah, figured they'd do that. All tap lands, tap land tribal. I really want to have Neutralize for their Nicol Bolas, so I'm just gonna pass like this and leave this up, so that if there's stick, they think it's Evolving Wilds. Player discards a card. Resolve.
Don't overthink.
We're the furthest away from Allrun's Epiphany, so let's get rid of it. Pass. They're gonna attack. Pass. We're gonna make a copy. Okay. So they're like a discard deck, because all these cards make me discard. We can. Do we care? Do we care about Obnixilis? I don't think so. It sucks, but it's not as bad as their commander. We can bounce the token too.
Years, finally, a new conquest.
Can we kick it? Can't. Oh, I see. No, we can't. We can't kick it. But we can just return this one before they trigger it to their hand, which does nothing.
My goons will make quick work of you.
Go get a blue source. Yeah. Yeah, I think we gotta take the 2 life. And, we really gotta counter Nicol Bolas. Each opponent discards a card. Unless they... We'll just lose 2 life. Decline.
Go ahead. Plead for mercy.
Okay, now this one is gonna make us discard a card. God, I really don't want to discard
We all have
Narset,
things we'd
but...
rather forget.
I think it's the play. They didn't play a land yet either. So if we do get to neutralize Nicol Bolas, they're a little ways away from casting it again. I don't know what's going on here, but I don't know why the game is stuck like there's a trigger or something. Hopefully we're not disconnected. We're also 1 land away from Koma, which kind of gets us out of this situation. So hopefully we can neutralize Nicol Bolas and then draw a land and play Koma. And then I think we're in a pretty good position. Liliana's minus doesn't do anything. Did the opponent just disconnect? That sucks. Hopefully not. Hopefully... I don't think they're trying to rope me out. I think they disconnected. Well, actually, I guess we could find out. Let's see if they're still trying to BM me. I don't know. It seems like they're timing out. I mean, I'll take it. Okay. I mean, if they're timed out, I mean, if they're disconnected, I'd like to get this down before they come back. Apparently, they have some kind of interaction for it, but they're not present to use it. This way we can play this and still hold up Neutralize. Okay. But now it's telling me we're waiting for the server. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know about that one. That was weird. Let's play another one. It's too bad we didn't get to find out what they were gonna do. I feel like they were gonna play Nicol Bolas because they didn't have any lands and they were running out of cards. They could have just sat on their Planeswalkers, which would have been the smart play, but they always want to slam Bolas. You can always depend on a Nicol Bolas player to want to slam Bolas. They do it every time. Every time. see who we get. This is a... I mean, it's a very good commander, but I don't know how we match up against this deck. At least we get to go first. Narset turns off their card draw, so that's really good. We don't have double blue to play it right away, but we could draw into it. Let's keep. It's really good if we can get Narset down. Sleep is also good against them. We're definitely playing you first. Or do we? Do we just Forest and Llanowar Elves? I don't see any, there's nothing in our hand that would make us want to do that turn 1. So let's just get the tap land out of the way. Let's be mana efficient. Yep, place at this. We can bounce it to their hand. Make them play it again. We don't have another blue source yet, although this is technically a blue source. Fucking hate that card, sorry. It's just so good in this deck. We gotta play this as a blue source. And we're not attacking, so... But we'll hold them up as blockers in case they feel like attacking. They're gonna play Sithis. And they're gonna play an enchantment and draw a card. Uh-huh. Really? Are you sure, opponent? Alright. I was sort of bluffing, but we gotta play this as a land. And we can play Narset.
There are so many mysteries to uncover. Meditate and prepare.
Yeah, that's a good draw. No attacks. We need the blockers. Don't draw a card because of Narset. They can attack with both if they want. So how do we do this? Do we allow Narset to die and lose our mana? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If we draw a land, we have Koma. I mean, it's pretty good. They have a lot of exile removal, though. Here's the thing. We have to block with both. We have to block here and here to get another activation with Narset. Or we block just one and we keep the ability of Narset. I think it's the right call to just let her die. Unfortunately.
Train harder.
No land. We do have Sublime Epiphany, though. So we could wreck them pretty hard next turn. So let's do that. Yeah. We don't care about that trigger. Yep. Okay. See what they cast. Hopefully something big. No. Not something big. But they have no white mana, so we will choose all modes. This is one of those beautiful moments you get to choose all modes of Sublime Epiphany. Target non-land permanent. Let's put their target creature you control. Let's make another Llanowar Elf, and we'll draw a card. I would say that's pretty pretty awesome for us. And we could play Koma next turn. Yeah. Go ahead. I know. You gain a bunch of life. Make a copy of something. Okay. So the question is, do we Koma? We can. They probably don't have a good answer to it. Their deck doesn't usually trample. But if they have an exile effect, which they always seem to, we don't have a way to protect Koma. But I think that's our best play. Can you deal with the 6/6? Of course they do. What did I say? They always have that. They always have these in their hand. Resolve. At least we have sleep to buy some more time. Yep. Resolve. Take action. I don't think we have a way to blow up an enchantment in our deck. No blocks. They attack only with Calyx because we have a 3/3. I see. They're gonna get rid of my mana source, or okay, they're gonna get rid of the Serpent. Sure. Tail's End. Interesting. Okay, well, we can, let's not tap like that. This is on blue, isn't it? Yeah. Is this an instant? It is. Let's tap like this. Oh, I see. This is blue or green. Oh, okay. But we still need double blue for Memory Deluge, so why does it want to tap that? They don't untap, and then we can Memory Deluge. Did I not play this? Oh, did I miss a land drop? That's so dumb. Okay. I think I missed a land drop. Hopefully we find like River's Rebuke or something like that. That would really set them back. Resolve. Mantle of the Wolf. No idea what that does. Okay. It's now a 4/4. Or, I mean, it gets +4/+4. Uh-huh. Pass. Memory Deluge. Rewind is... These are not the spells we're looking for. However, Cultivate's alright. Their stuff untaps next turn. I guess we'll take these. Wash Away is decent. We can play Koma. We can Memory Deluge for 7. Did I already play a land? I think I did. I played the Forest. God, they're probably gonna have more frickin' removal. But what else do? We don't have a way to deal with their board. We can do this and get whatever creature's on top, but I don't know if we have any creature that's necessarily better than Koma. We can... there's not a lot of great options, honestly. I think we just Koma. And if they have the answer, they have the answer. It is what it is. I think they can make a copy of their borrowed time too. Resolve. Okay, that doesn't affect us at all. Pass. Okay. So this has to deal combat damage to us, right? Yes. So we can... untap 3 lands you control. Resolve. We don't want them making a copy of borrowed time. It's pretty good. River's Rebuke would be so good right now. But here we are. Okay, so we have a couple... What is this? Whenever you cast an enchantment spell, that's brutal. Okay, is this all our mana? No. 1, 2... We still have 2 mana left. We can play this as a land. I think we're at the point where we play this as a land. Pay the 3 life. And hold up our counter magic and memory deluge and try to get out of this. Koma's going to continue to make serpents. We can use these as blockers. Okay. That sucks, but not our biggest concern. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. You gain 4 life. Okay, so they're probably going to destroy my mana rock. That's the only artifact or enchantment. Okay. We could Tails End the effect. Is that even worth it? Probably. You can draw a card. Okay, we keep our mana rock. Okay. It's a big creature. Would you like to attack? If they do, they can untap 3 lands they control. But they are running out of stuff in their hand. Okay. Let's pass. Let's block here. Block here. 2 blocks. We will do this. Do this. We will memory deluge with the mana floating. Oh, Shark Typhoon, huh? Shark Typhoon. I mean, that's the best option here, right? This thing dies. They're gonna create a 2/2. They're gonna create 2 2/2s. My turn. Okay. We can do this on their turn, which is pretty cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We gotta play something or else we lose it. So I think we play Shark Typhoon and hold up Neutralize. Blink of an eye. So I think we gotta do it like this so that we have 2 blue. Yeah. Yep, you got it. We're going to continue to make 3/3s. So at least we have blockers. They have nothing that tramples right now. Curse of Silence. Curse of Silence. They're going to make a 4/4, which sucks. Uh-huh. What are they going to curse? Koma? It's the only thing that makes sense. Unless they're going to guess what's in my hand. Yep. Okay. Resolve. 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 I'm not too worried about the flyers because we're going to make flyers eventually. Resolve. Yep. Now they're counting their mana. So this might be the neutralize opportunity. No, they're gonna create a 2/2. To try to make this a big creature, I guess? Are they gonna attack with everything? They're gonna attack with those. I was gonna say, I'll block. We will... Well, they could replay it, huh? They could replay it. Well... I could have paid. I don't know why they didn't allow me to. Okay, yeah. They always have it. Always have it. But we can replay Koma. And we have... let's see what they do. Let's see what they do here. They might just do the Shark Typhoon, honestly. They probably should do the Shark Typhoon. Okay, they're gonna do Koma. I don't have a way to get rid of that right now, so we'll just put Koma back in command. It costs a lot. That would have been really nice last turn. We'll play you. Make Shark. Do we care? 1, 2... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We will... We have to pay... oh, we have to pay 3. Yeah, no, we're declining that. Okay. Yep, they get to draw a card. Rewind. Untap our lands. I'm clicking it, game. We really need River's Rebuke. Would you like to attack? Feel free. Attack all, huh? Math is for blockers, they say. Well, what's the biggest problem? We are at 11 life. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 13, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we'll block the biggest things with our... Yeah? What's the next biggest thing? Yeah? And then we gotta block these. Okay. And so now we're getting 7, 9. We should definitely get rid of Esper Sentinel. It's drawing a bunch of cards. Definitely get rid of this. Definitely get rid of that. And sure. First strike. Okay. River's Rebuke would be really nice right now. Not quite. Not quite. Oops. Nope. Control Z. I don't think this is going to do anything, but we have the option to do it. Why not? Yep. I'll just give him the GG. Good game. We didn't draw any card draw either. Like we had the, I mean, well, let me take that back. We had the Memory Deluge, but with the Memory Deluge, we didn't find any of the answers we needed. The whole entire game, I needed River's Rebuke, or a way to get River's Rebuke, and we just couldn't dig for it. So we have the answers in our deck to deal with this situation, but because imagine if we had River's Rebuked this. I don't even know how many permanents this is. Let's say it's like 20 permanents. They put 20 permanents back in their hand. Next turn, they can only deploy so many. They only have enough mana to deploy so many. And then they have to discard to hand size. And then we basically get rid of 2/3 of this junk. And we would have had mana to counter the stuff we really want to make sure doesn't come down. Like the throne and all that. Is what it is. Let's crack a pack. Let's end on a positive note. Cool. Let's do a deck tech. So, kind of underperformed, you know? We can maybe figure out why real quick. There's always, you know, my egregious playstyle. I feel like, truth be told, I feel like we didn't draw a lot of the stuff that was relevant. You know, like we never drew this card. We never drew, Voracious Greatshark. I can never say that right. We never drew Elder Gargaroth. You know, so maybe the answer is there's just not enough card draw in the deck. That could definitely be an issue. I just feel like we kept getting stuck with Koma being removed. And again, Koma's usually very resilient, but we played decks that are able to remove Koma, like, you know, the I think the Grixis deck. Well, we never got to Koma on that one. So in the last matchup, they have a bunch of exile removal, so exile gets around indestructible. It's not common that you run into a deck that has like a lot of exile removal. Reconnect, sure. You know, there's some decks like Orzhov decks will have that, and that deck in particular always has a lot of exile removal, but it's not common, so we just kind of ran into some bad matchups. So I would say if you're interested in this deck, you really like Koma, try it out and then maybe trade some of these card slots for, I don't know, card draw or other stuff. I don't think we're actually that far away from this being good. I just think we hit some rough matchups. So, you know, take it for what it is. It's historic Brawl. It's kind of all a crapshoot. I will say this, after playing a couple of these Simic style decks, I do believe Koma is definitely it's a better card in the 99. A better card in the 99 than it is a commander. It's just, it costs too much, right? It's great if you're like in my Uro deck, I think I had Koma. It's great if this is your commander and you use it to ramp a bunch and then you get to Koma early, right? But since Koma's your commander, it's kind of like, I don't know, maybe the deck should be more focused on ramp because it's a 7-mana commander. I mean, maybe that's the downfall of this style. Maybe there's just too much interaction. The problem is that Simic just doesn't have a way to remove things, you know, so it's like their only removal, quote unquote, is counter spells. I mean, they have like the green stuff like Crows and Grip, or, you know, those types of effects that can destroy like artifacts and enchantments, but if you're like talking about creatures or planeswalkers, I mean, they just don't have that kind of removal. So I don't know, I always feel like a Simic deck that needs to work up to a big mana source has to like keep the board clear to get there, but I don't know, maybe try the ramp version of this deck, maybe that's better. But like I said, I think Koma is a better card than 99 for Simic than it is a commander. I think there's a couple Simic commanders ahead of this. I mean, you can look them up, but I mean, I've already made videos on a couple. Uro is one of them. Emodi, which we played against, is another one. That's probably the top one. There's that 2 mana one that I never remember the name of, but is super broken as well, where you can just sort of Golos style, like play a bunch of stuff, play a bunch of creatures by spinning the wheel. Those are all better than Koma. So if you're just into Simic, maybe try those first. If you're into Koma specifically, maybe just rework the deck, and I think it is still a very viable option. So if you like the video, please subscribe. Trying to grow the channel, trying to post a bunch of historic Brawl content as well as other content down the line. And like I said, if you like it, go ahead and subscribe, leave a comment. How do you think you would have built this deck? Let me know. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.